You also did something else that's incredibly special. Tonight, you became the first American man in 18 years to advance to the finals of the U.S. Open.
I just got this shock. Okay, hi guys. Happy US Open. Happy back in New York. I am absolutely ecstatic to be back here. New York is one of my favorite places in the world. I think this is probably my favorite time of year next to January in Australia for Australian Open. But I went to college in New York. I left in 2019, but a lot of my college friends are still here. Every time I come to the city, I feel like I make new friends, and there's just something about the city that I feel like it makes me the best version of myself. I have so much energy here. Love going out here. I love the food scene. I love museums. I love just walking around the city. So this time of year is always really fun and really special for me. Obviously it's the same for Taylor because it is his home Grand Slam tournament. This is a very big tournament for American tennis players and is kind of the pinnacle of American tennis, I guess. So today is actually Taylor's first round match. I have been quite busy the last few days. I can't even tell you guys how many brands are activating with US Open this year. It's actually sort of insane, the growth of tennis in the US. I think that this US Open will be quite spectacular in terms of, you know, fashion brands that are activating or just brands in general or celebrities coming to the tournament, because I feel like this has been such a big summer for tennis, which is really exciting. So I'm very excited for the week. I'm gonna go to site today for his match, which is during the day. And then later tonight, I'm gonna bring some friends to a women's match. And these friends have never been to a tennis tournament before. Let's have a good week.
I should let go.
Gabby, Ken, Jenna have never been to a tennis match before, so I brought them. Jenna!
I'm obsessed with it. We've decided to take up tennis. Not the sport, the ball runner.
They're obsessed with the ball, kids. Heineken love. It is an alcohol-free beer, and it honestly just tastes exactly like beer.
Yeah, you would never know.
I love watching Ashley doing matches. She's so into it. Look at her. So Sloan, that's her match outfit. I can't say this is my healthiest trait, but it's just what I do. Something was just telling me to snooze my alarm this morning. I got up at 6. I was like, I'm gonna be disciplined. I go to my 7 a.m. core power class, and the classes there usually start very promptly. If you get there at 7 o'clock, the doors are already locked. Strict about starting the class on time. And so then it's like 7:05, and then it's 7:10, and then it's 7:15, and everyone in the class is just kind of sitting around like, what is going on? Come to find out that a woman had walked in the studio and just passed out on the ground, and so they had to call the police and building security and EMS, and the class got canceled, which is fine, whatever. Safety comes first. But the worst part about it is that I had seen this woman when I walked in laying on the ground essentially, and I thought she was doing child's pose. I don't know why, I just assumed like I'm in a yoga studio, someone's in a pose on the ground. It just did not register with me at all when I had first walked in. Anyways, I'm just going back to the hotel. I'm just gonna do a workout at the hotel gym, and I hope everyone's okay. Not the best way to start the day, but shit happens. We're heading to Taylor's second round match. He is the last match on tonight on Armstrong. Second round, he's playing Matteo Berrettini. It's like mashup of the boss players. Really bought this shirt at a souvenir shop today from the little boys section. US Open, I usually dress much more casual for. I feel like the vibe is kind of sporty chic, so I'm wearing these low-rise jeans and then little red heels, black bag. I'm heading down to Soho first to meet some of my friends who are coming to the match tonight. We're gonna go to Lure Fish Bar, which is one of my favorite restaurants in New York. They have really good seafood, martinis, oysters. I feel like is the vibe that I always want in summer in New York.
Have you seen her new
Underwear, already know what you got going on down there with the little gonna kiss it right again.
I'm heading to dinner down in the meatpacking district with some of my friends who I actually met here last summer. I went to like a happy hour dinner with them through my friend Maddie, who's been in my vlogs quite a bit. And this particular meeting that I had with them, our friend Colton had just gotten out of a 2-year relationship with his boyfriend earlier that day. So like my first time meeting him, he gave this insane breakup story. And then that night we went to dinner and then went out basically all night. Just had the best night. And then the rest of the summer, I got super close with them.
fucking in vitro babies, you idiot.
We're doing the trend of AI roasting your Instagram. Taylor, you can laugh, but you're up next.
You already roasted me, like, you already literally gave me like 3 roasts. You're good.
Fancy skincare products, overpriced coffee, luxury travel, and workout gear. How original. It's like you followed an influencer for dummies. Guide to the letter. Goddamn. Okay, Taylor, it's you with a giant tub of protein powder. Did you really hit the gym or just walk in, take a pic, and walk out?
I hit the gym a little bit. Too much winning, we get it. You're good at tennis, we mix it up a little bit. Throw in some content that's not just victory pics or match highlights.
I've been telling you that.
Stop that, I mean.
I just got ready for Taylor's 3rd round match. He is playing... Okay, he's playing Sana. I actually do think this will be a tricky match for Taylor. Just the way that this guy plays is a tough matchup. He drops shots a lot, which Taylor absolutely hates, and he's beaten some really good players. Weather in New York has been so whack. The other night at Berrettini's match, it was so hot, and Taylor was supposed to play midday on the center court. When you are a player at a home tournament, like an American player at US Open, a lot of times you have a little bit more pull with that tournament to request certain courts or request certain match times. And so he was originally put on in the middle of the day. It was like 95 degrees, no clouds, super, super hot out that day. And so he asked the tournament to move him to a night match, which they did. And even then he was playing at 10 p.m. and it was so, I felt like it was in an absolute sun, and they had closed the top part of the roof on this court because it started thunderstorming at the beginning of his match. But when they close the roof at these massive stadiums that are full of people, it's basically everyone's like breathing each other's air. There's no airflow, and I was sweating. And then today it's like cloudy and cold, so I'm wearing a jacket and a hat and like knee-high boots, and I'm hoping I'm comfortable during the match. I ended up taking the subway home after the match with my friends at like 11, and it was so packed. The match was really good. He played really well. I'm glad he won. It's been a good week so far. The last couple matches I've gotten to the tournament basically right before the match starts because US Open's player areas at the beginning of the first week are so crowded. I think with Grand Slams, a lot of times the whole family wants to come, the whole, you know, player entourage, and the player areas are just packed. You can't even find a seat. Getting food takes like 30 minutes. So a lot of times at tournaments, I tend to hang out in player areas and stuff before the match, but specifically at US Open at the beginning of the week, I do not go to the player areas at all until the second week, if he makes the second week. But today Brittany is coming to my hotel, and then we're gonna go to the site and explore the site a little bit and get some food. I don't really know what sort of activations they have on site this year, but we're gonna have some time to go check it out. And I'm wearing this corduroy US Open hat that I think Taylor got as a player gift or something, but I thought it was cute, so I stole it. So big.
I just looked at the bartender.
Are these able to like buy?
We can get a
Just a little tip. I'll give you $5.
Yeah. It's a basketball. Crab cakes, watermelon feta salad. That looks amazing. Rice balls. Bomb. This is the crab cake with tzatziki. Am I supposed to eat this with my fingers or my fork? We got food in us. Now we're going to the match. He's playing on Armstrong. Again, he's played on Armstrong every match so far this tournament, which is nice, but the stadium is so loud. At Wimbledon, you literally can hear a pin drop, and the ambiance, like, it's insane. You can't hear anything. It's so loud the whole match. People talk the whole time, which is fine because I think that's just the aura of US Open, but it is very, very different from a lot of tournaments. It's a party. It's a party.
Yeah, you wanna put that dish in your mouth.
Okay, I just got home from the match. Taylor won pretty routine. I don't think he's dropped a set yet this tournament, and for my non-tennis fan girls, dropping a set means losing a set. So at the US Open, they play 5 sets instead of the standard 3 at other tournaments that are not Grand Slams. So he's won every match so far in 3 sets and has not had to go beyond that, which is nice for me because then I don't have to sit through like a 4-hour, usually very stressful tennis match. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I actually have a severe addiction to Chick-fil-A. I think part of it stems from the fact that I don't have access to Chick-fil-A for such a good chunk of the year. When I'm home in LA specifically, I order Chick-fil-A maybe 3 to 4 times a week. I get 2 of the kale crunch salads, 8 grilled nuggets, and then I get 1 container of the zesty buffalo sauce and 1 container of the herb ranch sauce. And then I mix all of this together to create like a big kale salad. And then I'm still satisfying my Chick-fil-A craving without eating chicken nuggets every day. So that, bon appetit. My original plan for tonight was I was supposed to go to this event in Brooklyn and I canceled that. And I booked a meditation and journaling class instead. A lot of these events are really, really, really fun to go to, but right now I feel like I'm just feeling extra anxious and I'm not really in the right sort of mind space to have fun at an event right now. I feel like after I do this sort of thing, or if I do like a slow yoga class or something, I feel so good afterwards and a lot less anxious, and I'm feeling very, I don't know, just overwhelmed and stressed right now. So I'm hoping that this can kind of calm me down a little bit.
I'll take it off your spreads. I'm still human, leave me alone. I'm trying to work through this.
That's been happening to me a lot recently. I'll like get like a, I don't know, a message that like I know is true for me and it's a good message, but then the human part of me is like, oh, you know, but I'll believe it when I see it. And it's like, no, you'll see it when you believe it.
It says relax and allow your transformation to happen.
Yeah.
Your divine guardian protects you now. Let go, trust unconditionally. And what is happening for you is there is only divine love beneath the surface of the present situation.
Yeah.
I feel like that kind of connects to both of what you guys just said.
That's connected to my life right now too.
Mine looks kind of gross, but I bet it's gonna be good. We're here at Brooks. Beautiful. And Brooke. Beautiful. Yeah, come on, what did you get? This is Huevos Rancheros. We're at a little boutique in Soho making custom chart necklaces.
I have a cowboy boot, a bee. There's no theme to it yet. I'm so bad at this.
Okay, good morning. We are on site today for Taylor's 4th round match against Casper Ruud. I'm with squad, Colton, Amanda, and Maddie. Go watch the match.
Fritz is the tits. Fritz Spritz now.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go get a Fritz Spritz. Julian finally posted him. Oh my god. Wait, he's gonna be so happy. It's so busy on site on the weekend. I mean, this doesn't look too bad, but once you go like back in this area of the site, you can't even walk. It is absolutely swamped.
We're back. We're going to the box tonight, remember?
So bad.
We said if Taylor wins, we're going to the box, so.
Oh, okay.
Box or karaoke? Let's pull that.
Karaoke. Thank you. I'm on the way to Miu Miu right now. Now US Open and bless you. US Open and Fashion Week are officially crossing over, so it's very busy, but I'm wearing this little blue dress that I genuinely can't really breathe in right now. They're not having an official show, but it's more of just kind of like a party event that they dress people for. I'm with Julia,
Hey.
my assistant. Maddie and her tennis sweater.
I was telling Colton and Amanda, I sent them a picture of me and I go, tell me you're friends with Morgan Riddle without telling me.
We love Wilson. Coffee, coffee, dingle, dingle, girl. I feel like that might be a niche side of TikTok, but it's my favorite side of TikTok right now. My friends from New York last week introduced me to these two, I think they're servers in Brooklyn at like a restaurant in Brooklyn, and they just post these videos of this, I don't even know how to describe it. It's the most incredible language I've ever heard in my life. Every single time my friends and I have gone out the last 2 weeks, we try to speak it, and it's impossible. It's like, I don't know how they do it. We're trying to learn it though. We're practicing. I feel like my favorite creators on the internet are very random. I'm obsessed with Missy and Marty, who I was just referring to. My other favorite creators on TikTok are, one is a girl who does tinned fish reviews. Like she'll find like the smoked trout at Trader Joe's or something, and then she makes these incredible recipes with it, none of which I'll probably ever be able to recreate, but I really love tinned fish and I just think her videos are so cute and well produced. And then another one is a girl who buys really cheap Coach bags or like vintage designer bags that are in really, really rough shape, and she will kind of bring them back to life, like fix the leather, fix those zippers. I don't know, I will just watch her videos for hours. They're so relaxing to me. And then the last one is this guy named Plant Prodigy on TikTok, who is an expert on plants. Basically will give advice about how to keep your plants alive, but he's really, really cute and endearing, and I followed him for like 4 years and I'm just obsessed with his videos. Basically that's my For You page, tinned fish and plants and Simlish. But to be honest, that is exactly how I want it to be. Anywho, today is a very long day. I expect that I will probably be at the courts for about 12 hours today. So I have Taylor's quarterfinals match, and then after the match I have an event with Grey Goose. So I worked with Grey Goose last year. They're one of my favorite partners to work with. And of course at the US Open they have the famous honeydeuces, which I think I saw an article that said they make $10 million off the honeydeuces over the course of the tournament. And the honeydeuce is a Grey Goose vodka drink with lemonade and then raspberry liqueur, and then they put these little melon balls into the drinks, and they're really, really good. They're also kind of dangerous though, because they taste like juice and you can very easily have too many, which I learned the hard way last year. So I'm hosting a suite with them. I invited some of my favorite people, some of my favorite creators. So I expect that it will be a very fun night. However, I'm a little worried because if Taylor does not win his match, like, I don't get upset after. No, I do. Hopefully it will be a good and fun, very golden girl day. I'm gonna go back to LA after New York. I'm planning to leave, I think, on the 12th to go home. And I'll be home for a little bit, and then we have the Asia swing. Labor Cup is in Berlin this year. I think it starts September 18th, and I actually am not planning to go. I've gone to the last few Labor Cups. It's a really fun event, but the thought of going to Europe right now and then going all the way from Europe to Asia, I just think I need to go home and hibernate. It's obviously so exciting when Taylor goes deep in tournaments, especially a tournament like the US Open, home tournament. It's such a big deal, but I feel like there is so much extra stress when that happens. The more positive attention you get, just in tandem, the more negative that you get. I'm not even exaggerating. I think I've blocked 1,000 people on Instagram, between Instagram and TikTok this week. People are so mean. Okay, if you're going to any sort of sporting event, this is the one size setting spray, and basically every time I spray it, I gas myself out. Goddamn. Very chemically, but this will keep your makeup on. It is a very, very strong setting spray and is very good for matches. Also, I planned an event in New York, a free event for subscribers, followers. I've only done events the last 2 years in Melbourne, and I planned it for the night of the finals, which in hindsight, maybe not my best choice. Like 2 weeks ago, I didn't know how well he would do here. If he ends up making the finals, then I will have to reschedule it for later that next week. But I'm really excited. The class booked out in less than 30 seconds. The waitlist also booked out like in under a minute. So I think next year I need to try to figure out how to do something bigger so more people can come. I feel so I was getting messages from girls that they were like refreshing the page and still couldn't get on. So next year I'm going to try to do something better so that more people can come. I'm also completely dedicated to hosting free events for all of the Grand Slams in 2025. So we'll do one in Melbourne, we'll do one in London, Paris, and then New York again next year. It really is one of my favorite things ever, being able to meet you guys in person and, you know, have that sort of experience with everybody. I am wearing a dress from With Jean today, which is an Australian brand. Super fun, super summery. It's a little sort of white strapless dress. And then I went to Coach and I got a blue bag from there. And then all of the Coach stores in New York have these little New York charms. And I'm just, as you guys know, obsessed with bag charms right now. So I got a little taxi charm that I'm gonna wear and try to put something together. So we're gonna go get dressed. So Taylor just won his match. He is into the semifinals, which we're so excited about. A bunch of people coming to the suite tonight. I have my own martini. Here's our little suite at US Open. And then it looks out right onto Arthur Ashe. Caviar bumps! Okay guys, it is Friday night. We have got semifinals tonight. 2 Americans in the semis of a Grand Slam for the first time in a very, very, very long time. So it's really exciting. There's so much pressure on both of them for tonight. I'm so happy and proud of Taylor, but he is not satisfied with himself until, you know, he really wants to reach the end here. You know, that's always the goal. So I asked him yesterday, I was like, isn't that so insane that you're in the semifinals of US Open? And he was like, no. And I was like, well, aren't you proud of yourself? And he was like, no. And I was like, okay. I'm just about to leave for the site. I am wearing Tom Brown today, which I'm very excited about. It's an American brand. It's Tom Brown New York, so it felt very fitting, and I'm very, very excited to be working with them because I think they're just the coolest brand ever. This is the little bag that they sent me. All of their stuff is like red, white, and blue, so it feels very fitting. And I'm wearing a tie for the first time. I didn't know how to tie it properly, so I'm just about to get in the car with my manager and her husband, and he's gonna help me figure out how to tie this because I was watching YouTube videos and I was like, I do not know how to do this. Also, this look is kind of like a we mean business sort of look. I know some people are gonna clown me online for it, but you know what? So we are going to head to site. It's about 5 o'clock right now and the match should start around 7. Oop, the sun came out. That feels so nice.
You my baby and you know it, right? Yeah, I just remember what you said. I'm your man, babe, I'm your man. You know I try to give you everything I can. I'm the one to make you come and get it, girl. I'll be gentle with you, protect you from the world. You know I got it for you, checking my bank account. You love to talk to me, but my face says I'm yours. The truth look like a guy, I said it to your side, my love, correction, position, how you like it.
Oh! Eepy?
No.
Okay. Mwah. Taylor is into the finals of US Open today. I feel like I don't even have, I don't even know what to say about it. He's worked so hard literally his entire life to get to a moment like this. He's playing Jannik Sinner, who is currently the #1 tennis player in the world. So obviously will be a difficult match. He's playing really well. I'm just so impressed that, you know, he got himself here and beat really great players this week and has just been super locked in and working really, really hard. The last match, I think my heart rate was at 150 the entire match. I was super stressed out. Players were super nervous, we were super nervous, but he was able to you know, keep himself together until the end of that one. So he's the first American in the finals of the US Open, I think since Andy Roddick in 2006. Huge moment for men's American tennis. I'm getting my hair and makeup done today, which I do not do for matches, but I just feel like today was the day to do it. I'm wearing a little white dress from Nadine Murambi. A bunch of our friends are coming, so once you get to the semifinals and on, your entourage, suppose, like friends and family, get their own suite at the Open, which is really cool. So I think we have probably 25 people coming today to support him. My friend Brittany made headbands, Boss headbands, for everybody to wear. So if anyone there sees a big old suite of people in Boss headbands, those are our people. Big day today. Big day today. What do you call this?
It's the loser's trophy.